Okay, I am doing a quick read. Given my reading that I did, the Midnight Sleuther becomes Daytime Sleuther. I'm glad you guys caught the gist of what I was talking about. I was looking at the timeline, looking at eclipse click points, which led me to find an article on an eclipse click date. Michael Bloomberg, October 5th, 2018, warning that China had installed microchips on motherboard drives that were shipped to the US for our servers here. And they infested like 30 major companies, including Apple and Amazon. Facebook, coincidentally, says that they got hacked too. Oh my gosh. That makes sense because I found like facebook.com where that's our entry for the US to the web. There's an ru-ru facebook dot, I don't know if it's com or ru, but I traced somehow random. Somehow I traced that server with back channel servers for that Russian IP address that went to like weird companies, and one of them was associated with Emin Agalarov. It was like like a financial planning company like that, or like hedge funds. And that's why I've always thought that Russia has copies of every single account in America, because they have their back channel, because you can find in the archives all of the pages that are in the United States that are archived in Russia. It's like they have a copy of Facebook there. And that I figured out a couple years ago. Still looking for my ballot though, you guys, from 2016. But so there were microchips found on these motherboards for the servers. It's affected everything. It's been under investigation since 2015 when Amazon first reported it, and it got started around 2010. So this naturally led into a discussion about Ivanka having those patents on voting machines. I was looking at those today, and I knew this question was going to come out because now I feel like I can address that. But she actually applied for those in March and May of 2016 before he even won the nominee. And then the public notification came out October 27, 2018. So it took a while. She also has patents that were applied for in Russia. I don't know for what, because I don't read Cyrillic, but she has patents in Russia as well during the same decade, in the 2000s. So now that we know of what the function was for the microchips, oh, interesting, these cards fly out, seriously? Didn't even get to the question yet. We know the primary function of the microchips on the servers that were sent to the US all leads to hacking and elections, and not to get Hillary Clinton elected. The timelines match up. So Ivanka, why did you apply for patents on Chinese voting machines months before your dad was elected in March? And whoever just posted on the comments section, thank you so much, highlighting the fact that Don Julio was gone in March, and in July, like, left the premises. No one could find him in the U.S. Those are the only dates that he was gone. Coincidentally, in March, I think, is when Manafort visited the embassy with Julian Assange. There were a lot of things. March was a pivotal month for me and all the research that I did, because that's when all of the polling went crazy. Like, it was almost as if someone got a contract to manipulate the polling and the voting in March, and then April it hit. And so then March also, Ivanka applied for her voting machine, Chinese voting machine patents. So Ivanka, with cards that I can understand, why did she apply for those in March before her dad won the nomination? Because it was months, I think it was 2 or 3 months before he ever won the majority of a primary, meaning more than 51%. Crazy. He's never won anything by a majority, you guys. Think about that. Ever. Ever. He's the minority loser. He's the biggest loser. Ivanka, why did you apply for those in March of 2016? Why did you apply for electronic voting machine patents in March and May of 2016? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Because of Hillary Clinton. This is my Hillary Clinton card during the 2016 election. In March before he got the nomination. Because in the past, what? Page of Pentacles. That's either Junior or Jared. There was moneyed news. There were offers that were made. There were offers that were made. Someone made an offer. Someone made an offer. Burdens. Timing, because that's when they... So the burden is having them win the election for you, and then there's the timing on how exactly it's rigged and when. Yeah, because of SDNY maybe, because of New York was getting too hot for them with the investigate, because they were under investigation in 2016. Okay, so she got those patents in March 2016 because of Hillary Clinton, because in the past there was an offer, moneyed offer, which led to, at the current time, the White House. Donald, I don't know if you guys know this, he was actually courted in 2013 to run for president when he had the Miss Universe pageant in Moscow, and that November, he and Emin Agalarov Skyped with Putin, and Putin said, it's time for you to run. And then he got all these Trump Tower things in Eurasia. Special projects suddenly right after that. Go look at his Twitter timeline. You'll see how it all lines up. And okay, so she got them in March 2016 because of Speaker Pelosi was running. They were offered money votes, maybe, for the White House. The challenge was getting people to change their mind about Donald, which led to an agreement with Putin. The base of this is the Russian machine, election hacking and rigging. This is why she got those patents in March 2016. With Facebook, the assault that is planned, Pascal, Zuckerberg, and Eric Jr. had this ahead of the Nevada caucuses in their 12th house of secrets. An assault, cause a nightmare, data, and propaganda. That is why she applied in March. Hillary was running. They could capture the White House if they could change people's minds with the right amount of money, pay up, make a deal with us, and Facebook will have you covered with the microchips we've got installed because we have immediate transfer of results taken care of by Russia. That's why she did it. So that's why she did it. Ivanka, do your Chinese voting machines have microchips factory installed for back channel access? Ivanka, tell me about any microchips that are installed on those voting machine patents. Do your voting machine patents involve microchips for back channel access? These cards keep... Do your voting machine patents involve microchips? Do they have microchips? Show me your voting machines. Hang hanging on to what she's got, consolidating power for Dad. In order for that to happen, is covered in what? The star. He's the chosen one. The star is also the office of the President of the United States. Does the machine include microchips? The challenge with her machines are what? The United States of America. The U.S. doesn't like them. Why is that? Because the government and Donald, because the government, the agencies, and Donald being elected coming quickly. Is there a microchip? The challenge is the U.S. government. Okay. What's at the basis of this? If there are microchips on your patents. Oh my God, that's the China-Russia card. That's the basis of her voting machines. China-Russia have access to it. My Five of Cups card is to cause misery globally because of the election system whereby China and Russia, like you have 5 cups. It's like the 2 outer cups are like a process. Then the inner 2 are China-Russia, and then the middle is the office of the President of the United States. And that's how they cause mayhem, by controlling the office through their means of interference. This is with her voting machine patents. What's crowning your voting machine patents? The White House, getting to the White House. It's like it's rigged or something. Because in the past, they've been able to suppress voters. They've been able to exclude people from democracy. They've been able to shut people out of their governments. The test, how they tested it in Ukraine and other governments, and Brexit, which is leading to what with her patents on the voting machines. All these votes that are not theirs, that are tabulated, like they get this little vote, and then they're able to convert all of these votes in their favor. How do we see your patent with the machines and microchips? They create a tower moment. They ruin things. They are meant to destroy institutions and democracies. The environment is what? The magician. So the magician, now we know, is the microchip, how it manipulates the environment and the count. And the magician, like I've been saying, I've always thought it was Kim Jong-un or China. Somehow they were able to interfere with the vote counts. There you go, the microchip. And what's your hope with your patent? Hope with how it works? It divides the votes into different categories. Votes that you want and votes that you don't want. And then what does it do with that? We're going to stay here for a second. And then what does it do? It does that, and then Russia pours its strength into how those votes in electorate are divided. But we're talking about the machines. The devil comes in and causes heartache with how it's manipulated from Russia. They've got this system down. So this is what her voting machines hope to do, is perpetuate the Russian vote laundering machine. They're laundering votes that are not theirs. What's the fear of your patent? People will find out about the agreement between Trump, Russia, and Russia, China. And your next steps with your electronic machine votes are, that's Putin. Final outcome of your electronic voting machines. Supposed to change minds, It's supposed to get people caught, but the final result is that minds will not be changed and people will stop doing what they're doing. Card of the reading is a Republican Party. Okay. Intelligence agencies, what can you tell me about Ivanka's voting machines from China? Tell me about what Ivanka's patented voting machines from China do. Intel agencies, CIA, if you've investigated Ivanka's patents and her voting machines, what do they do? What do Ivanka's voting machines do? What do her voting machines do? What do her voting machines do? They suppress votes. Her voting machines they don't tabulate numbers, they suppress people, don't give them a ballot like me, but the votes that they want are retained inside, in secret. What's the challenge with her voting machines? Donald. Why is Donald the challenge of her voting machines? Because the Six Wands mob is tied to it. People are rising up. The challenge with Donald is he can't separate people. So her voting machine suppressed the vote, but the challenge is the Emperor Donald. Because I don't think it's going to work. What's crowning her voting machine? Intelligence agencies, what's crowning her voting machines that you know about? The counting method, how votes are counted one way to another. What's at the root of all this? Of this counting, weird counting? Putin. Past influences, Facebook, leading to the Trump-Russia agreement. This is what our intel agencies know. China seeking justice. This is a China card. That they get who they want with and with the Republican Party for Trump-Russia rule of the world. There's the microchip. There's a microchip. The intel agencies know about it. So, okay. And what are we going to do about that? FBI, what are you going to do about these voting machines from China? What are you going to do with Ivanka's voting machines from China and Russia? FBI, what's happening with that? What's happening with, I surely hope you seize them, but I trust you guys know what you're doing. What's going on with these voting machines, FBI? Ooh, the intel is all over it. Intelligence is all over it. And the Republican Party. Ooh. Just led to, and angry Putin MBS. Challenge with trying to get at this is what? That software that retreats and shuts down and is triggered at a different time. That's the part they're having. That's what they're having a problem with, how it gets woken up and activated. Because at the root of this is what? What happened with Hillary Clinton. And Nancy Pelosi wants this fixed. What's going to happen, FBI? We're all waiting. Oh, shut up. Queen of Pentacles. This is MoFlo. I told you, she always shows up with the elections now. Clarify this. Clarify that. Who's that? The microchip and how it balances data from one to another. There's a microchip. This is the microchip. This is data that gets scrambled. Votes that, because pentacles are votes. Holy crap. New votes, new money. The propaganda data machine. This is what the FBI knows. This is what I've been telling you guys. Okay, I have to do one last quality check because I got to go. But I got to know. I got to know. Gee, as a poet, I didn't even know it. Anybody want a peanut? Princess Bride. I'm assuming... Is this Moflo? Is this Melania? Is this Brittany Kaiser? Oh, I got a huge yes on Brittany Kaiser. Is this Brittany Kaiser? No. Got a big yes, and then it faded like she knows part of it. Okay. I'm putting this to the side. Moflo, Melania, what do you know about electronic voting machines and microchips? Moflo, what do you know about Chinese voting machines and microchips? Moflo, what do you know? What do you know? She knows they need... She knows that she needs to hang on. This is what was crowning Ivanka and the reason why she was getting these machines. Because in the past, the Russia election secret hacking, which led to the Knight of Wands. That's the FBI. Ooh, Mofo, do you have a problem with that? What's your problem with these Knight of Wands? Is this the FBI? Yes. What's your problem with the FBI? Uh-oh. How votes get changed, how things end. Ending this, ending... Ooh, what's at the basis of this, Moflo? How they make a plan and it progresses overseas so that they can change a vote, kill a candidate, get them to drop out. And the future of all this, what is it holding? What's in store for you, Moflo, with what you know? This chariot has been showing up everywhere. Things are moving quickly. I assume with the FBI, because that's how it's been showing for the past month, things are moving really quickly. What's moving really quickly? A decision she has to make about China, Russia, and our government. Hi, Nancy. How you doing? Moflo is terrified of Speaker Pelosi. That might have been at the full moon eclipse or the new moon in Aquarius. She's terrified of her. So that's what we know, you guys. It all fits. Okay, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Check your notifications now. Everybody is getting unsubscribed and denotified, okay? Thank you.